Hello, everybody. Um, Obviously in different surrounds than what I usually am. I'm in my living room right now. I'm using my laptop's inbuilt camera, so it's not as tidy looking as usual. But welcome everybody. I wanted to do a quick, just a quick live stream, have a chat with you guys, and see how everybody's doing. It's been a very interesting few days. That's for damn sure. Sorry it took me so long to get on there. I was having, unsurprisingly, I was having technical difficulties. But yeah, so I wanted to kind of have a chat with you guys about what's been going on the past few days. Um, as wait, ugh, as you no doubt have gathered from the title of the live stream, I kind of went viral on TikTok of all places. Oh fuck, somewhere that I didn't think I would go viral, like not my kind of cup of tea at all. Obviously, I've had a TikTok for the Irish Demon channel, but I haven't really used it all that much, and so it was a bit of a surprise to me when this thing just took off 2 days ago, and it's already gone to an unbelievable level, and it's pretty cool. It's an exciting new kind of chapter and something that I've been wanting to do for quite a while. And yeah, I have that hat on a t-shirt. Like sewed the hat on the t-shirt. That's unusual. My sound might be a bit echoey. Let me know. I just saw Tony super chat. I'll get to it here in a minute. Before I do, I'm going to skip the first super chat. I'll come back to it in 2 seconds. Demon Sister, the lovely Lucy, the greatest thing to happen to Ireland since Barry's Tea, has gifted not one, not 10, not even 30, but 50 memberships. And very quickly, I'm going to fly through who got those. Daryl M, Cameo Stark, Dib Dib, Marilyn Owens, Carrie T, AP, Logan Sandman, Kelly K, Chino Nino, Jicky, Elizabeth, Pope Phil, Alan Killian, Fam Rutz, Maria P, Lady Dragon's Blood, Facty, Kelly L, Cripple Rick, Ted Dowell, Vicky P, Raul Hernandez, Verba Boss, Anne Marie Thompson, P. Barnes II, um, Purple Butterfly, AJ, Inanna, Kelly Fitzpatrick, Charkies in a Van, Jason Jones, Nunya, Streamer for Shut-ins, DOG, Vodka Evans, Rabbit Hole, Virgo Wrath, Purple Rain, Dark Angel, wrote no last name, Cast Graphics, Oshin, Linda Hill, Lisa White, John Paul McKenna, me, Gene Martin, Nicholas Morris, Gramps, Nova Flame. I think that's everybody so far. But holy shit. That's awesome. Thank you so much indeed. And welcome to all the new members, lads and lassies. You know what to do in the side chat. So I've got the phone going here as well. It's the easiest way for me to keep up with the side chat. Demon Sister for $5 says, so damn proud of you, brother. All your hard work has paid off, onward and upward. Thank you so much indeed. And thank you for your support as well. Could not have done it without you. Simple as that. We had a fucking ball driving around yesterday with me dressed up as the mad Irish granny, Maggie herself. I didn't miss you, me. We had an absolute fucking ball yesterday driving around, just having a fucking great time. Vicky P's been a member for 3 months, says, awesome channel, love you, Demon. Thank you so much indeed, Vicky. Really do appreciate that. PhD Tony for $2 says, can you make the camera circle 10 times smaller? Can you make that 10 times bigger? Pope Phil II has been a member for 14 months. Thank you so much indeed. And last but not least, Pop Mom RN has been a member for 17 months. And good to see you too. I hope you're all doing really well. Anyway, so I have always wanted to do this project. And, you know, my background is in is in acting and performing and things like that. It's something that I've been doing all of my life. And so I kind of wanted to come up with something that was a little bit different. Now, obviously, this kind of thing, it's been done in some capacity or other, but I wanted to do it a little bit different. I wanted to get out on the street, talk to people, have a laugh, and give people a smile. And Lucy can tell you there in the side chat, that's exactly what we did yesterday. We got a lot of smiles and a lot of laughs. And one of the weirdest things, I was recognized from TikTok, not from YouTube, from TikTok. And I'm not a huge fan of TikTok. I'm not going to lie. I've never scrolled through TikTok ever, not even once. I used to go on there every now and again on the Irish Demon TikTok and post a few videos here and there, and that was it. Like, that was the majority of what I ever did on there. So anyway, I decided to come up with Mad Irish Granny, or Maggie as her name is, and to some extent I'm kind of channeling my own late grandmother, someone who I fucking adore. And so yeah, it's been a lot of fun, and it's not easy, that's for damn sure. Like, obviously having to do a lady's voice, walk like an older lady. Yesterday we went into a shop, and we were trying to find clothes that an old lady would wear, and we all kind of know what that looks like, but by fuck, trying to find it was a different thing. So we went into a shop. Can you remember the name of it, Lucy? Oh, my mom is here watching right now. Good to see a Mammy Demon in the house. Is watching from Tenerife. That's right, Coded. My mom and dad do go on vacation quite a bit. He said one night, he was like, your mom and dad can't even go on vacation because they got to sit around and worry about you all the time. Ma'am, tell him in the side chat who sent you on a 2-week vacation to Tenerife. So anyway, Coded's been fucking getting weird, man. Like, I mean, that's a misnomer. But he's been quiet for a few days, and then boom, all of a sudden he comes out with some weird shit again. I think he's super jealous. And exactly. Thank you kindly, mother. So I dropped my mom and dad to the airport the other day, and I asked them to make a video from Tenerife. And I can't show it now from my phone, but yeah, it's pretty funny. So yeah, he made this claim one day, like, that my parents are kind of stuck at home to take care of me, because apparently I'm living in a shed in my mom and dad's backyard. I'm not. I live about 5 miles away from my mom and dad, 5-minute drive, say, in my own little place, and I love it to death. And my mom and dad live a few minutes away. We get to hang out all the time. We have a great laugh, and he was always questioning my relationship with my parents for some reason. And I think it's kind of like a really sad um kind of projection on his part, because evidently his mom is his carer, landlord. I'm not really sure, something along those lines. Um, and Yeah, so his thing about my parents, and I'm like, I've got the coolest fucking parents on earth, man. I had an awesome childhood, fantastic parents. Like, my mom and dad are so funny. Like, the laugh we have. Like, so myself and Chloe go over there multiple times a week, and we just piss ourselves laughing the whole time. We have such a fucking laugh when we're all together. And it's fun. It's great to have, young, healthy, fun parents that you can just have a laugh with as an adult. And so, like, just to give you an example, even today, so Chloe's mom and her brother and nephew were all here today, and we were having a laugh and a joke or whatever, and I played a recording of my dad laughing. I can't even remember what it was that he was laughing at. And like, it's things like that, to have that kind of relationship with your parents is fucking awesome. Like, myself, my mom, um we send each other voice notes all the time. Like it's just, yeah. So whenever he says that kind of stuff, I'm like, I actually feel bad for this guy because I don't think he has that relationship. It's my understanding that his dad is no longer around, and you know, I'm sad for him for that. Like that sucks, but don't take it out on me, bruh. My man says, yes, Tony, I'm watching you. Yeah, you fucking want to watch that fella close, man. He's the slippery one, him. PhD Tony for $5 says, if you're so good at acting, why can't you act not stupid? Because I'm too busy doing this to you. Fucking Tony roasts, man. Tony roasts are beautiful. Mr. Binklesworth for $2 says, Irish great grandparents are the best. That is very fucking true. Very, very true. So, like as I said, I channel my late grandmother when I'm doing the bit as Maggie. And none of what the character says is exactly what my grandmother had said in the past, but like it's very her. It's very, very her. Like I haven't used this phrase yet, but I'm going to soon. One of my grandmother's favorite phrases, if you questioned her or if you disagreed with her or said, man, for fuck's sake, you can't say that. Her favorite thing was, go and shite off. Go and shite off. That was Kitty. Like, that was my grandmother. She was fucking hilarious, man. Oh my God. She would have people roll. And the one thing, I like, there's not a day goes by. There's not a single day goes by that I don't think about my grandmother. And we had a very special kind of bond because I was the awkward kid. I don't think that comes as a surprise to fucking anyone. And myself and my nan, like Christmas Day, which was also her birthday, we'd be sitting at the back door of my mum and dad's house, smoking Rothmans out the window, having a fucking laugh. I'll never forget when she was unwell and she was in a wheelchair and everything, the fucking laugh that we used to have because, you know, somebody kind of need to stay home with her or whatever. I'm like, I'll do it. Like, she was awesome. She was, oh man, the things she would come out with. Like, one of her favorite things to do, she'd pretend she didn't like the taste of something, right? She'd be like, can I have a small bit of that there? Can I just give me a small taste of it there, love? Give me a small taste. I'm like, Dan, you said you don't like pizza. I know, but I don't remember what it tastes like. She'd have 95% of it eaten, and she'd go, nah, I don't like that now, Tal. I don't like that now, Tal. And she'd eat the whole fucking pizza. And then she'd turn around and go, geez, I didn't eat a bit now today. Like, are you fucking that woman? I tell you what, she had some appetite. She could put away some grub. Oh, unreal. But she was just, she was a fucking character of epic proportions. So when you watch me as the granny, the mad Irish granny, I don't know why, but it looked like there was a big hole in my beard there. When you watch me as the mad Irish granny, just know that I'm kind of channeling my own grandmother. You know what I mean? Because as I say, she was just hysterically funny. Oh my God, man. She would have you rolling around the place laughing. She was so funny. And so it's kind of a bit of an homage to her because one thing, and I only just said this to Lucy as well the other day. We were talking about Mrs. Brown's Boys. Now, most people would probably know who that is. So it's a comedian and actor from Ireland who plays an old lady, basically, Mrs. Brown. And the character I'm playing is kind of similar in a lot of ways. Just a demented Irish granny, just having a fucking laugh. And we were talking about Mrs. Brown's Boys, and even Chloe was saying, sorry, Chloe was saying to me, like when she sees me with the mask on and I do the voice, I just become that woman. It's like this bizarre thing. It's like the uncanny valley kind of thing where I just become that character wholly. And and that actually again reminded me of my grandmother. My grandmother used to love watching Mrs. Brown's Boys. She fucking loved Mrs. Brown's Boys. And she used to watch it and she'd be like, oh geez, I love her. I love her. I love her now. I love her. She's very funny now. I love her. I'm like, Nan, that's not a her. Like that's Brendan O'Carroll, the comedian. No. I love her. I love her. And so I suppose not only am I channeling her in terms of the character that I'm playing in a lot of ways, it's not her entirely. It's way more mental than she was. But also her love of that kind of comedy. and like a lot of my comedy comes from my mom and my nan and my dad too. Like the fucking things my dad like the dad jokes come from my dad, that's for damn sure. But like that kind of instant wit that you get from an Irish granny is unlike anything in the world. There's no comedy like an Irish granny tearing fucking shreds off someone, or as my mom would say, reading someone. And Katie was a master at it. Oh, she had a tongue that could clip a hedge. That woman, she was something else. Um. Oh yeah. I will do Lilybug. Yeah, I'll show you. I. Oh yeah. So the TikTok channel name, actually, I'll type it in the side chat. Is, oh goddamn, I hope I'm using this right, at mad dot irish dot granny. So I'll just kind of tell you a little bit about the TikTok, right? So it started off, the idea was to just pop it up on TikTok and kind of see how it goes. Basically, there was no, it was never, it was never going to be just like a TikTok channel. It's intended for YouTube. So I also have a YouTube channel. If you look up at Mad Irish Granny, I'll be posting everything that's on the TikTok on YouTube as well, for the most part. And wait, let me just I'll bring it up on the screen here for you as well. So anyway, I posted the first video and I kind of left it for, an hour or two. I was busy. I've been painting the house and fixing things. My electricity fucking broke today. And so I've just been super busy. And I posted it, left it, didn't think about it, came back 2 hours later, and there was like 900 new followers and maybe 30,000 views, something like that. I was thinking, holy shit, in an hour? I was like, how the fuck? So then I posted another one and another one and another one. Now I was told not to oversaturate it, so I didn't. I kind of held back a little bit. So by the probably 5 hour mark, I was at 1,000 subscribers. And so there was a young lady, was the 1,000th subscriber, and her name was Enya McMenamin. And so I said, right, let's do a bit about Enya. So I sat here in this chair and I did a bit about Enya. Now, I don't know, is it possible to can you get TikTok up on on a laptop? I don't know. I have a load of great stuff in the works, and I must be honest with you as well, like, and I thank Lucy, my mom, and Chloe. Oh Jesus. And my dad and like anybody around me who's been supportive of it, because this has given me an immense boost in terms of just creativity again, because I like being creative. I like making things. And above all, above anything else that I do, whatever about the scammer stuff, whatever about fucking coded or any of these arseholes, right? Above everything else, my greatest goal in life and the thing that makes me happier and more confident and just makes me buzz like nothing else is making people laugh. That's always been something that's been important to me. I remember as like a 12-year-old or 13-year-old going on the stage here in the next village over, and like, all the other kids were, it's a thing called Score in the Bashti, and it's like a kids, a yearly kids talent show essentially. And I remember going on that, and most of the other kids are doing like Irish poems, like fucking, I don't know, on Raglan Road of an autumn day, I saw her first and knew that her dark hair would weave a snare that I might one day rue, etc., etc. Really dreary. Now that's a beautiful poem and song, Raglan Road. Arguably, it is my favorite song and my favorite poem. But like that kind of more miserable stuff, like the typical like, all the spuds are gone and the boats are gone off to America and Australia. The usual shit. Why does it look like I have a hole in my beard? It's the light, whatever, the lights hit me. Anyway, I didn't do that. I went up and did a whole Brendan Grace comedy set. He was my favorite comedian growing up. And like, so from that early age, making people laugh was like it was my thing. I don't know if my mom is still here in the side chat. I'll give you another example. So one year we were out in Spain, and that was the same kind of year that I started doing stand-up comedy as a child. And I'm not blowing my own trumpet here, but like as a 12-year-old up in that community hall up there, 300-400 people watching, I brought the fucking house down. I brought the fucking house down. People were howling laughing because I was fucking good at it. I was bloody well good at it. And some arsehole, I shouldn't say that, another young lad won, which was bullshit. Because when they called me out and said, second place, I was like, cool, I won second and first. Obviously, I fucking won. Nah, some arsehole with potato cakes was his fucking bum, and he won. I was like, you kidding me? That was the dreariest shit I've ever heard. And that other kid over there just did one about the famine. So don't give me that shit that he won. Anyway, I'm over it. It's only 30 years later, or 20 fucking 22 years later. I'm over it. I never bring this up ever every time I go to my mom and dad's house. As I walk up the stairs in my mom and dad's house, the top of the landing is a dresser covered in trophies. My ones and my younger brothers, for the most part, mine for cooking, acting, and comedy, and my younger brothers for horse racing, sports, and spelling. Okay, that was the biggest joke of the day. Oh no shit, my mom and dad were only talking about it here last night. So what happened was we were out in Spain. We were in a place called Palma Nova, and it was I have such fond memories of vacations with my mom and dad and my younger brother, because my older brothers were much older than us, so they didn't bother coming. And they're, in the hotels back in the late 90s, early 90s, there was always like a performer in the evening. Like, it could be a fella juggling knives or fucking whatever. Could be anything. This night in particular, I remember it so fucking well. The guy who was due to perform had a heart attack. No word of a lie, he had a heart attack. And I went up to the coordinator. I was like, I'm a comedian. 12 years old now, like 12 or 13. I was like, I'm a comedian. So, all right. I said, like, I can go up and do a whole set. I was like, I have a whole repertoire. I was like, I've won loads of trophies. And he was like, fuck it, why not? So I am a Leo, by the way. I absolutely am a Leo. So anyway, my mom and dad were sitting down, and I remember there was a few Irish people there, and it was mostly Welsh people. And my mom and dad were sitting down talking to this lovely Welsh couple that they'd met. And next thing is, now on the stage. And next thing, boom, I come out. My mom and dad were like, oh, fuck. Who left that arsehole up on the stage? So I went up and I did a good half an hour, 45 minute set, like riffing it. And I remember even like one of the bits I was talking about this teacher. And I was like, I had this one teacher and she was really, really fat. And then I just pointed at a random woman in the crowd. I was like, no offense, missus. And the fucking place was coming down around me. And it was like, those moments are what molded me into wanting to make people laugh. The feeling of standing in front, as a 12 or 13-year-old child, standing in front of a room of a couple of hundred adults and having them rolling around the floor laughing, like falling around the place laughing. That did it for me. And then from then on, I got into acting more and more. I went to speech and drama classes. I went to acting classes. I was in a lot of pretty top tier performances, stage musicals, all that kind of thing. And but comedy was always my love. And I did a lot of stand up. I did a lot of comedy parts. I won best young comedy actor, like all these kind of things. And that's what molded me. And then, I grew up and I went off and started working, and but telling jokes and making people laugh never left me. Like, never. I always try to crack a joke, have people laugh, and it just makes me happy. That's my favorite thing. And it kind of went from there. So then I suppose we fast forward to this character. I always do funny voices. I always do, just to make people laugh. And it could be my nieces or nephews. I'll do funny voices to make them laugh. Claw. or like I'll call, like one time, I won't do the accent, but one time somebody rang Lucy and she thought it was a prank call. So I answered the phone with this ridiculous accent. It turned out it was a very genuine call. And I had to keep going with the fake accent. And yeah, no, that was fucking hysterically funny. And so then how I got the idea to do the granny mask was I like it was a mixture of a few things really. And it started off as an old man actually. And Chloe is a gifted makeup artist. In fact, if you'll all wish her the very best of luck here in the side chat, she has a really important interview tomorrow with a massive makeup brand as like a brand ambassador or something like that. So it's a big one. This is like the fourth or fifth interview on the thing. So if you guys could give her all of your love and support and thoughts and all that shit in the side chat. She's super nervous, but she'll kill it. She'll fly it. But anyway, so she did me up as an old man, and it looked good. I showed you on a live stream. Now, bearing in mind, her job is to get rid of wrinkles and all that kind of stuff. Like her job is to do the opposite of what I wanted her to do, and she still did an amazing job. But I guess I'm just too youthful looking. And but anyway, so then we are like masks, and I was just sitting here one day flicking through fucking something or other, and an ad for a mask came up, and I was like, holy shit. I was like, there's no way that mask is $40. So I googled it, and it turned out it's not. It was a piece of shit mask, and they used a video from a proper, like, really high end special effects mask company. So that was the kind of basis of the idea, and it went from there. So it was like a 6-week wait for the mask, and then it arrived. And I was like, holy shit, this thing is outrageously good. So I slipped it on, said nothing, went into the bedroom. Chloe was still asleep. And I started shaking her. I was like, hello, love. Hello, love. Wake up, darling. Wake up, love. And she woke up. She's like, ah, ah. She was so freaked out. Oh, it was so funny. So that was the first laugh that Nanny got was me. I was laughing at my own self, which is often the fucking case, not gonna lie. So then myself, Claw, and Lucy jumped in the car, and like I've got a little hotted up fucking Golf GTI. So I'm driving through from Y Town, bopping along as a granny in a fucking boy racer car, giving it the big one, and I was shouting out the window, hello, love, like having a laugh. Went through the drive-through, pretended to be asleep. Oh man, we had such a fucking laugh. Like we were weak. Now, I had no granny clothes, so all I had was like my hoodie over my shoulders with the granny thing on, and just shouting out the window, having a laugh. And people just the smiles, the reaction, the crack, as it were. People just loved it, and I was like, "This is the one." And I turned around to Lucy in the car, and I was like, "This is the fucking one. I'm telling you now, this is going to go to the moon." And so we filmed a few bits, came back home. I was like, right, you two do whatever you got to do. I'm going to sit in there, and I'm typing away, fucking, doing the subtitles, blah, 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 blah. Posted it, waited 2 hours, 30,000 views within like 2 hours. I was like, holy shit, maybe this is a big deal. So in one of the videos, a young lad is driving what looked like a Golf GTI, but it wasn't. It was like a 1.4 liter standard GTI, standard Golf, made to look like a GTI. Now, I'd be lying if I said that I never did that. As a kid, when I was 17, 18, I was driving around in these cars that looked fast as fuck, but were as slow as a wet weekend. You know what I mean? Like 0 to 60 in 3 to 4 business days, like that kind of car. We all had those as kids, especially in Ireland. Like I had cars that sounded, well, I mean, what I thought sounded like a fucking Ferrari, but could barely move in its own shadow. You know what I mean? And so I pull up next to this guy anyway, and I'm in a real GTI. Like that's why I wanted the fucking thing, because as a teenager, I wanted one, but number one, I couldn't afford one. They were big money at the time. They're big money now. I couldn't insure one. Not only would it cost too much, but they literally wouldn't insure me on a car like that. So I was like, I want to live that dream as a kid. So anyway, pull in next to this guy and I start questioning him about his fake GTI. And here's the thing. I want you to watch this video. All right. I'm going to play it for you here in a sec. I want you to watch this video and tell me, do you see this video as me inciting or trying to get a fight or an argument or whatever you would call it from this young lad, right? Because Coded,
Is that a real GT?
because Coded seems to think that this is me trying to start a fight with this kid, with this teenager. I think he said he's 18. So this is what I'm talking about. And I don't know what to say. Like, how could you watch this video and think that this is me trying to incite a fight with this lad driving a car? Like, you know, it makes no fucking sense. I think I have to share the audio as well. Okay. So yeah, I do agree, Epiphanies. I do think he's actually genuinely just jealous. So have a watch of this and see what you think.
Yeah. Oh, what's with all the fake GTIs around us all?
It's only Norway.
Oh, Christ.
Man, you can't say things like
It's
that.
a lovely looking car. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just slow as fuck. She reckons you're a bit young for me.
Yeah, Nan.
How old are you?
I'm only 18, but
Who's the boy? Who the fuck is he calling about? I'm gonna fucking... I'll sort his shit out
Man, you
now.
need to calm down.
No, he's only giving me shit because he's only got a slow car. Is it only because you're short? That's it.
that's short.
How tall are you?
About 6'2".
6'2". Behold. 6'2".
Nan, that's
Did you
offensive.
notice that shite that high? I learned is that when a fella gives you a measurement, always take a couple of inches off it anyway. Isn't it right?
Wait, I better leave you.
Go on like a good lad, go on nice and slow now. You've no choice anyway. Hey, don't slow little fella. Is that a real GTI?
So that was the first video. That was the very, very first video. And 99.99999% of people who watched it just thought it was hilarious, right? They really enjoyed it. So I'm just checking the TikTok now, right? 3,720 followers. And that video has already got almost 400,000 views. 400,000. So I do think that Coded is just jealous. Like, there's no way he can fucking achieve anything like that. And that's not me puffing up my chest or fucking trying to be the big man or anything like that. It's just the reality of it. And I think that's why he's lashing out at me. Now, he's turned this into this weird sexual fucking thing for whatever reason. I frankly don't know. He's like, oh, you went and got a mask so that you could talk to little boys. Like, dude, what the fuck is wrong with your head, man? What is wrong with your head? So I'm just going to quote what he had to say about this video, right? So you've all just watched it, and I want to tell you whether or not you agree with him. I'll give you two options, right? So this is his response to my video. He said, you were trying to provoke an altercation. Actually, hold on, I'll go back. He says, it's called creepy role playing. You need help. Immediately after your I Come Hard Atlanta troll fail, you dress like a granny and try to get into an altercation with a young lad. You need help. So I was like, how the fuck is that an altercation? Like, that, like, you could see the lad, he first of all, the mask is incredibly realistic from a distance, but the minute you start talking to somebody, they can see that it's clearly you playing a part, right? And evidently, this young fella knew that I was playing a part, right? It's clearly a fun joke, mocking his car or whatever. It was actually a really nice looking car, I will just say that. So I question him about how could you call that an altercation or trying to provoke an altercation? Clearly, it's a joke. And he said, you were trying to provoke an altercation. As usual, you failed. You did succeed in humiliating yourself, so you got that going for you. Maybe. But I got 1 million views out of it. You got fuck all. So anyway, that's his view of it. So you tell me, what do you think? Do you think it was clearly a joke, or do you think it was me trying to start an altercation? If I wanted to make an altercation, I could make a fucking altercation fairly quickly. Lucy for $5 says, yours clothing. That's the one. It's for women like me that Coda loves to call fat. And we were talking about this yesterday. So Coda, that whole fucking thing where he kept calling Lucy fat. And I was like, you are so barking up the wrong tree that you have no fucking idea, because nobody roasts Lucy like Lucy roasts Lucy. So if you think that you calling her fat is going to get to her, you got another thing coming. Like, oh my God. So anyway, yours clothing. We went to one shop first, right? So myself and Lucy went in to like a ladies' clothing shop, and I didn't have a fucking clue what I was looking for. And they thought it was for her. And they were like, so what size does she want? I was like, oh, it's actually for me. And they were kind of like, oh, right, modern world. Okay. I was like, allow me to explain. I'm a YouTuber, but I'm doing this project on TikTok and it's gotten popular and I'm looking for clothes that will suit the look. And I explained it for her. I'm not going to say the name of the shop. She was a horrible bastard, frankly. And she was like, all right. And she was such a miserable bitch. I was like, oh my God, every fucking person I've met besides Coda has laughed at this whole thing and had a great kick out of it. I was like, you miserable bastard. I think they thought we were stealing as well, which was weird. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. So then we went to this other store, Yours Clothing. They were so much fun. I told them about it. I showed them the videos. They were fucking weak laughing. They were loving the idea. And they were like, come in, pick out whatever you want. We'll fucking make it work. And we had such a laugh. So then I went away and I got dressed up and I came back and had a chat with them and they absolutely loved it. So thank you to those ladies. PhD Tony for $5 Australia says, it's a bit sad. The wittiness in your family is not more evenly distributed. Your grand seems to have left very little for you. Fuck you. If I got 10% of her wittiness, this would be the home of witty banter. Demon Sister for $2 says, Richie, spelling. That was the best joke of the night. Oh my God. I intentionally misspell things when I message Lucy just to irritate her. That's very nasty, isn't it? PhD Tony for $5 Aussie says, if Chloe is going to an interview for making people look good, you may want to take your content down for the day. Fuck yourself. Maybe you should dress up as a granny again. Lucy for $5 says, I was in the back seat. It was all in fun. And the kid knew, of course he did. There was one car that I interacted with who fucking hated me from the outset. I pulled up and she had a face like a smacked arse. And I was like, what the fuck? But it was still good content. It was still funny. You know what I mean? She didn't think so, but everybody else did. PhD Tony for $5 Australian says, more to the point, who gives a flying feck what Coda thinks? Yeah, see, that's the problem. There is no thought in any of it. It's just, well, there is. It's like, oh, how can I twist this into the most perverted thing possible? I think my Coda accent is getting better. I just messaged him to remind him that he's a pervert as well. But like right now, I couldn't give a shit what Coda thinks one way or the other. I'm a super duper international TikTok celebrity, so no, but it is growing super fast. 48 hours, 1 million views almost, and thousands of not subscribers. What do they call them? TikTok followers. Will I ever scroll through fucking TikTok? No, I won't, because I don't like TikTok as a platform for me to view. But you have to go with the times. I realize that that's something that people like, and you know, you just go along with it and sell out. Basically, I actually don't even know if you can make money from TikTok. I'm sure people do, like, because it's a big deal. But I don't really even give a shit about that. It's more for the comedy and the fun of it for me. But if it does well and makes me a few pound on the back end of it, happy fucking days. In other news, I hit 60,000 subscribers yesterday. You know what? I had a video go, I don't know, you couldn't even call it viral, like, but I had a video that got a huge amount of views the other day, over 100,000 views. And so that pushed me over the 60K, and I was stuck at like 59,500 for fucking months. And then boom, one video fucking hits, another one hits, the TikTok starts blowing up. And it was just such an amazing feeling to just be like, okay, when I do work hard, it pays off. Sometimes it doesn't. That's life. But when you do and you try, basically, you're never going to shoot a hoop that you don't shoot. It's as simple as that. You're never going to win if you don't try. And with the right support, you're fucking capable of doing anything you want. Obviously, there's like inherent talent in a lot of things. Is dressing up as an old lady and roasting people one of them? Maybe. Maybe I'm just very good at being an old lady. Sandy D for $5 says, you could save all the puppies in the world from a horrible fate and Coded would find something bad to say about it. He'd be like, what about all the cats that are going to get chased? Like, no matter what you do, he finds something fucking negative. Lucy gifted 20 memberships. Thank you so much indeed for that. I will try to see who got it. Like, that's exactly right, Gia. Like, laughter is so important. As you all know, and I don't hide this, I don't make a point of hiding it because there's no point. You know, I've had my struggles. I still do from time to time. I have my off days, and I'm sure many of you do as well. And so if you can get through a bad day, and have a fucking laugh, you're golden. You're fucking golden. Like, I mean, that's still, I always say this, like, for what I do here on YouTube, it's still my most favorite part of all of it is those messages that I get from time to time. And when I started to notice a slowdown in those, I was like, okay, I need to pick my shit up here now and start making people laugh again. It's when I get those messages from people saying, you know, I was having a fucking bad day and then I really enjoyed your video and had a laugh. Oh, it's the best feeling in the world, guys. I can't tell you. Aaron, Reese, Trucker Ron, Vlad Impaler, Lemon Tart, Susan O, Chickenini, Cat Paws, Janice, Danny Wagner, I Haunt You, that weird Mac guy, Natalia Helson, Michael Collins, the big fella, Sean H, I'm told, ICU2, Sean Osula Wan, Palmyra Productions, Mighty Possum, and Didgeridoo all got those memberships. Thank you so much indeed. Yeah, I agree with you 100% there, Gia. He's such a joyless human being. It's sad, really. Like, if you think about it, it's not going to stop me from ripping on the fucker. Like, fuck him. But at the same time, I don't get wound up by what he says. Like, he can say whatever the fuck he wants about Chloe. Like, for example, calling her a tranny or whatever the fuck he's got going on in his head in that particular moment. You think that bothers her? Beautiful, successful, funny, adorable, intelligent young woman versus some fucking 57-year-old dude that lives with his mom and shouts into the fucking ether. Then when I posted my community post about 60,000 subscribers, like, that's a huge milestone, and I'm really proud of it. Like, I genuinely am incredibly proud of not just like what I've built on YouTube, but you know, I've been through such ups and downs on YouTube, and then personally as well, ups and downs which have affected what I do on YouTube and vice versa. But what I've learned from it is if you just keep fighting on, don't lose focus on what you love about what you do, and don't sell out. And there was times where I was like, this is, you know, it became easy. And I'm the first to admit it. It became easy and you just get lax. And then you might continue to do really, really well. And then you just lose the love for what you do. Or you just keep doing it the way you like to do it and the way you enjoy it, regardless of what you get out of it. And what I started to realize very quickly, and as you know, I took a long break from making content because I just wasn't in a good headspace and I needed to look after myself and get healthy and mentally healthy to be able to get back on here and do what I love. Because when I started getting messages from people like, are you okay? Because I noticed your videos, they don't have the same kick. I was like, fuck. Like, when it's got to the point where I'm joking for the sake of joking and it's just not hitting, and people are starting to notice that evidently it's something that I've got going on in my personal life or in my head or whatever the case may be, that straight away I was like, okay, I need to take a break from YouTube, sort my shit out, and then go back doing what I love doing. And that's exactly what I've done. And it's, you know, I feel like I'm back to my old self, and that's an incredible thing to be able to do. Where am I? Okay. I'm going to thank you so much, Susan. See, that's what I love, because doing what I do, and as I say, like when people ask me, and it's kind of the most basic way I can explain it. When people ask me what do you do, I do YouTube. No, I do other things too, but like YouTube's my favorite part, so that's the one that I always go to. I do YouTube. Oh, what do you do on there? I'm like, it's kind of hard to explain. I fight with people on YouTube. I make videos about courts in a kind of a comedic way. I do this other thing where I live stream and just talk shit for 2 hours, and I tried to explain the whole Demon Can tech thing, and they're like, "What the fuck?" So now I'm just like, okay. Basically, I try to make people laugh on YouTube. That's the best way I can describe what I do. Not everything is jokes and laughs and fun, but I try to make a laugh out of as much as I can, and that's the best way to go through life for me. Might not be the way to go for everybody. Um, oh yeah, the Sparkler incident will go down in history. I had every intention of getting sparklers for Shiz's for hello 1 2 for Shiz's birthday tomorrow, but I have been banned from the possession thereof. So I'll do like, wait, can't you do a, is it the peace sign? Does something? No, no. It's probably because this camera is in fact a polished potato. Good to see you, large Marge. How are you doing out there? Hope you're doing well. Trucker on says, you make us laugh and entertain everyone. That is why I always try to be here. Thank you so much, man. I really do appreciate it. Like, that is, and I've said this so many times, like, that is a dream come true for me. To be able to just make people laugh, give people a break from life. And, you know, at times we get bogged down on things like fucking Coded or whoever else. And it's fun to an extent, and then it gets nasty, and then you kind of go, right, fuck this, I need to do something fun. And that's what I've been doing the past few days, like driving around as a fucking Irish granny, just having a fucking ball, like having an absolute ball. Like, you might see probably 3 or 4 minutes of yesterday's filming condensed into 3 or 4 videos, right? That's all you'll see. You won't see the fucking laugh that we all had in between. Like, the weirdest experience for me was yesterday. We were out in Wilton Shopping Centre, out in the other side of Cork, and we spotted a Boost juice, I think it is. Well, I don't know, one of those juice bar fucking things in the mall, whatever the fuck you call it. Anyway, in the shopping center, and I went up. I was like, "Sorry, love, you wouldn't have any vodka, would you?" And she was like, no." I was like, "Yeah, miserable man." And as I was walking away, because I was like, "Well, that joke went nowhere," and that's fine. That's like, you know, you riff it. Some hit, some don't. And I went to walk away, and I didn't hear it. It was Clow that heard it. I couldn't hear a fucking thing because the mask is so hot inside. Like, it's so fucking warm. And my ears, I swear to God, like my real ears, not my latex ones, had filled with sweat. That's how hot it was. So I couldn't actually hear anything. And because the fake ear goes over the real one, it locks the fucking sweat in. Can't hear a fucking thing. So I didn't hear it. Clouded, and you can hear it on the video after. As I was walking past this group of young ones, they're probably like 18, 19, 20, a group of 4 or 5 of them. One of them was like, "That's the one from TikTok." I was like, what? Like, not even 24 hours at that point, but because it had gone viral here in Ireland, all these young people that use TikTok had seen it. Not all of them, but a fair fucking few of them had seen it. And I'm just like, that is mind blowing, like mind blowing. So anyway, yeah, as I say, like, it's been so much fun. I have so many things planned. So I'm going drifting next month in a Nissan 350Z, like proper drift car on a proper racetrack. And I'm hoping to do it as Granny as well for a little bit of it. So that will be fucking fun. Going to do some stuff on the Harley. I have a load of things planned. Like, and my mom, then, see, this is what I love. So my mom is very invested in what I do on YouTube and now TikTok, I suppose. I will never say I will never use the term I am a TikToker. Never, ever, fucking ever. I refuse. I'm a performer. But my mom, like all day today, sending me ideas of what I could do as the Irish nanny, right? Or the mad Irish granny. So like I'll tell you some of the ideas that she came up with. So she said you should do a problem-solving segment for Irish Granny, giving advice on people's love lives. See, I love that. Or Granny trying to use an iPad, or ordering in McDonald's on the screens. You know those fucking screens. Like that would be hysterically funny. So like my mom comes up with great ideas all the time for stuff for YouTube and now for this as well. And because I think as well to some extent, if I picture my own late grandmother trying to do this stuff, like the comedy in that alone is fucking endless. Like I could just picture my grandmother telling the screen in McDonald's to shite off and send out a real person. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, let me grab a couple of these. Sandy D for $5 says, I miss your collaborations with the Beardsman, Skeptic, etc. Regardless of the topic, the laughter from you all, just enjoying each other's company. I totally agree. Like, there's been a few times where I've just been at home chilling, like the other day when I was painting, and I just played an old Beardsman stream, and I was thinking, fuck, man, I miss those days. Like, oh, that was brilliant. Now, fair enough, Tony had to kind of be there, but other than that, it was no. I mean, Jesus Christ, the explosive instances of conversation between myself and Tony in jail, like some of the masterful things that came from that. Yes, I fucking can alone. That was just chef's kiss. That was beautiful television or whatever. That it was amazing. And what fucked it all up was me moving back to Ireland, actually, because our timelines then, there was no way to make it work. But I would love to do that again. Like, I mean, Jesus, just the sheer crack of it all. Oh, it's just absolutely unbelievable. Demon Sister $5 says, are you going to show the mask or is it a trade secret? I might do. Or you know what I'll do? I'll wait until I do like I want to do a proper 60K special where I look back at some of the old videos that I did and things about that. And see how it goes. I think that'd be a really cool way to do it, because then I'll have the proper camera and everything, so I'll be able to do it properly. What about challenging an American import? Challenging an American import to what? A duel? I'd be fucking up for that. Oh, sorry. Yeah, so that was another idea. So Irish grannies and Americans have an interesting relationship. Yeah, so we have some ideas for that one. But that will come. You will see it. PhD Tony for $5 says, it's great that your mom has good ideas, because after deciding to have you, she's working off a bit of a deficit. Joke's on you. I was a mistake. Like, that could have been a joke on me there. I'm not really sure, but fuck you, basically. All right, let me see if I can. I'm trying to see if I can get up. Oh, fuck me. I'm so used to using this computer as like essentially a desktop. I was trending on what the fuck's it called? TikTok. I was trending on it in Ireland earlier, so that's pretty cool. Like that was a good buzz for me. I'm not gonna lie. All right, so look, what I'll do is I'll show you the repertoire, as they say in France. So this is Jesus, how do you pause it? So this, I'll just play that first one again, and I'll kind of go through them one by one and see what you guys think. And you know, I'm open to suggestions, ideas, all that kind of stuff. It's so much fun for me to do this, and not just because it's fucking, you know, what would you say? Not just because it's doing well on TikTok. Like, I never expected it to go that far that quick. And I remember when Lucy came over, was it yesterday? Oh yeah, was it yesterday when I hit 60K? We just come back here for something or other. Anyway, and I was just like, you're not gonna fucking believe this. We're over like 500,000 views already in a day. In a day. Like, it was amazing. Lemon Tart says, I love the live streams where it's when it's banter and fun. Yeah, me too. Like, sometimes it gets heavy and we'd be shouting and roaring and bawling at people, but it's the fun ones are fucking awesome. Like, you know, that's what it's all about, having a laugh. Right, I'm kind of sitting on a hard chair with my legs crossed and I've lost feeling to my testicles. Your testicle sac itself should have feelings, right? Not feelings. I'm very sad, by the way, I'm being treated, being slapped around the place. Oh yeah, that's better. There's a bit of blood flow going now. Anyway, I hope the fuck my mom's not still watching. So, right, I'll bring up the actual TikTok channel account. I don't know anything about this. Chloe was kind of talking me through how to use it and stuff like that. That just goes to show. Where is it? Share screen. Pippa's snoring over there. They were doing a lot of running around today. All right, here goes nothing. So yeah, I'll just play that one again for anybody who wasn't around for it. I don't know.
Is that a real GTI?
Oh,
Oh, what's with all the fake GTIs around us all?
it's only Norway.
Oh, Christ.
Man, you can't say things like
It's
that.
a lovely looking car. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just slow as fuck. You reckon you're a bit young for me?
Yeah, Nan.
How old are you?
I'm only 18, but
Who's the boy? Who the fuck is he calling about? I'm gonna fucking... I'll sort his shit out
And you
now.
need to calm down.
No, he's only giving me shit because he's only got a slow car. Is it only because you're short? That's it.
that's shot.
How tall are you?
About 6'2".
6'2", me hole.
I actually did get earrings.
6'2".
Nan, that's
Did you
offensive.
notice that shite that high? I learned is that when a fella gives you a measurement, always take a couple of inches off it anyway. Isn't it right?
Wait a minute, leave you.
Go on like a good lad, go on nice and slow now. You've no choice anyway. Hey, don't slow it, you can.
So that was the first one. And then there was this one. So I was just driving around town, just fucking around.
How you lad?
Nan.
What? My hand slipped. It slipped my box now if he's not careful. I've let hook like Mike Tyson. That's why I'm banned from bridge.
He's more your age, Nan.
Who?
That fella there.
That old
But he's more suitable for you, Nan.
suitable they are. See, I would use him for practice. You wouldn't be able to keep up with me at all.
I suppose not, Nan.
No, young buck is what I need. Give me a right good fucking length of it.
Jesus. Nan,
What?
you can't say things like that.
There, feck off. I say whatever I want.
See, like, that's what I'm talking about. Like, this is like my nan. Like, shite off. I'll say whatever I want.
See you now, love. I'm very well, thanks, darling. Miserable old bastard, that fella. Up to no good his whole feckin' life.
But
If
Nan,
there was work on the bed, he'd sleep on the floor, that lad.
but Nan, he seemed really
He was
nice.
going out with my Amanda once. A miserable little... I won't even say the word.
But Nan, he seemed really nice.
And you know what they all do? They all do.
What was he doing with his other hand?
I tell you one thing. He wasn't applying for jobs, so he wasn't. Yeah.
Right, so this is the one I wanted to show you, right? So the 1,000th subscriber, follower, whatever the fuck, was a young lady called Enya McMiniman. And so I just started riffing on the Enya thing. It was just spur of the moment. I was like, Chloe, wake up. I need you to come in here and fucking film me. And that's where this came from.
Nan,
What?
were you having a nap?
Was it? No, love. I was waiting for a bus. What you want?
You reached 1,000 followers on TikTok.
What? 1,000 already in a day.
Yes.
And who was number 1,000?
Enya McMiniman.
Enya. As in the Enya, like, sail away, sail away, sail away. That one.
No, Nan, not that Enya.
Oh, so a fake Enya, so.
No, not a fake Enya. It's her name too. She's just not that Enya.
A masquerading Enya. Well, why don't you tell her now to sail away, sail away, sail away, and stop trying to take off that lovely songstress. Back
Yeah.
off now, I'm done with you. I'm
Yeah.
done. Get away now, I'm done with you. Yeah.
Ah, yeah.
Oh,
Bastard, yeah.
You're looking well. Excuse me, love, you dropped something there.
Oh, you can
You dropped
continue
a
as a
tenner
guest.
there. Look at it. I got you. I got you. I did. I got
Right, so this was when we were out shopping then yesterday. The TikTok is at crazy.irish.granny. I think actually, do you know what? I'll put it up on a banner here. I think I did that right. Yeah, at crazy.irish.granny. Yeah.
Oh, you lads, you're looking well. Excuse me, love, you dropped something there. You dropped a tenner there. Look at it. I got you. I got you. I did. I got her. Excuse me, love. I think you dropped a tenner there, darling. I got you. I got you. I got you. Excuse me, love. I think you dropped a tenner there. I got you. I got you. Excuse me, love. You dropped something.
Did I?
Yeah, my jaw. See you later, darling. Excuse me, love. I think you dropped a tenner down there, look. Down there.
So that was that one. And then this is when we were in the shopping
Nan, it's
center.
not even turned on yet.
Oh, I am. I will that. What? How are you, love? How are you? You've got a nice bit of wood for me, huh? You've got a nice bit of old wood for me, huh?
I'm but old, but
Oh, he's got an old bit of wood for me, huh? Yeah.
they'll be sold.
That'll do me.
So that was what's the other one? Oh yeah, so the next one, this is the last one, and this is the second biggest one. It's got like 150,000 views.
Excuse me, love. I think you dropped a tenner down there, look. Down there. She had a face like a smacked arse, didn't she?
Yeah.
I was only trying to save her a couple of pounds. Excuse me, love. I think you dropped a tenner there on the floor.
Hey, you can have it.
Could I have you? How old are you?
16.
Oh, Jesus! Come on, we get out of here, quick!
That was a close call, Nan.
Oh fuck me. I don't know, man. Yeah, I definitely need bigger glasses. I've ordered some. Yeah, the weather's not bad. Like it gets bad though. I'm not gonna lie. Like it gets fucking wet, man. But it's pretty here, which is nice. So anyway, yeah, that's it really. I just wanted to kind of, yeah. Oh, what did I put up there? Did I put the wrong thing up there? Fuck. That's just typical now. What did I put up? Crazy. See, I'm exhausted. I've had a long fucking day and it's 1 a.m. Yeah, so it's mad.irish.granny on TikTok. I'll leave that one up there. Oh, see, I'm fucked now. A scarf, yeah, not a bad idea. Not a bad idea at all. But definitely bigger glasses. And I need to sort out the titties. That's the other big one. But anyway, I'm probably going to get myself off to bed because I got quite a busy day tomorrow. Just need to check one quick thing that somebody asked me to check, and no, that's all good. Right, lads and lassies, thank you so much for joining me. That whole thing was just so much fun doing that, and I'm delighted to be able to share it with you. I really hope you enjoy it. But do check it out on the TikTok and check it out. It'll be here on YouTube as well. So if you look up same name, Mad Irish Granny, on YouTube at Mad Irish Granny, all one word, you'll find it there. If you just look up Mad Irish Granny, it's kind of hard to find. So at Mad Irish Granny, all one word, you'll find the channel there. There'll be a lot more content on that channel tomorrow. I just haven't gotten around to updating it yet because just been so much going on the past day or two. But anyway, lads and lassies, I'm going to get myself off to bed. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you very much now, love. And we'll see you all later. We'll see you tomorrow. And we'll have some new Irish Granny, Mad Irish Granny content for you tomorrow. It's all, Jack.